Hi, this is Michelle Prince, best-selling author, speaker, and publisher, and we're talking about the power of authority. How can you get more revenue, more respect, and more results in your business, all by writing a book? I know a lot about this because I learned firsthand the power of authority, the power of being an author about 10 years ago. I never set out to run a business. I never actually had any intention of having a full-time business of speaking and coaching and doing seminars, and especially I never intended on having a publishing company. But all of those things came about only because I wrote a book. So after I wrote my book, after I got it out there and I started to build my business, I started speaking. That was really the first thing. Speaking and coaching kind of came first. And so I was all around the country speaking on the topic of my book. And I would always get people coming up to me afterwards. And I'd really get two questions mainly. The first question was more personal, and it was more about my first employer. They wanted to know, what was it like working for Zig Ziglar? Yes, I did work for Zig Ziglar right out of college, and I'll share more of my story a little bit later. But basically, I started my career on those principles, which was amazing, getting to work with this man who was incredible. And even now today, I still get to represent the company and the values of Zig Ziglar and carry on his legacy as their brand ambassador. But more on that later. But that was one of the questions I would get. The other question was more related to my book. People would ask me all the time, how do you write a book? You wrote a book. I want to write a book. I mean, people have stories. No matter where you go, people have stories, and everyone has at least one book within them. So they'd ask me for help, and of course I'd say, yes, of course, let's get on a phone call. And literally, this is how it began. I would have conversations, I'd meet with somebody one-on-one for coffee, and I would tell them everything I knew about writing a book. And that's how it started. And over time, as more and more people started coming to me, and literally I was spending so much of my time doing this, I decided that, you know what, let's just get everybody in a room and let's do this all at once. And before I knew it, I was doing an event dedicated to helping people to write books, to publish books, and to market books so that they can build their brand and leverage their authority. And that all started just because people had a need and I wanted to help them fill it.